Hello Internet, I'm your mate, and it's time for another death battle. This time we have Heihachi Mishima from Tekken versus Geese Howard from, I believe it's King of Fighters, or I also have Fatal Fury. It's weird. Anyway, they're fighting, and as I should say with all reactions, please click the link in the description below to go watch the actual episode itself before watching mine or anyone's reactions. Don't be a dick, support the official release. Okay, so how do I know these two? Well, not that much, really. I mean, I know some stuff just from, like, things I've heard about them, and also because, Jin and Terry were in previous death battles, and they're heavily tied to these two. So, yeah, there's some stuff that gets brought up about them in those analysis that I imagine are going to get brought up here as well. Yeah. As for who I think is gonna win, maybe Heihachi? I don't really know. I mean, the one thing I know for sure is they're gonna bring up, like, how powerful they measured Jin and Kazuya to be, and considering Heihachi can, like, fight them, I imagine he's going to get scaled to that. Issue is, I don't quite know how powerful, like, Terry or anyone from that series is. So, yeah. At the moment, I'm thinking Heihachi, but I would not be surprised if it turns out, oh wait, Geese is actually absurd. But yeah, that's about the extent of my knowledge. So put these on, shut the fuck up, and hit play. Wow, 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 wow. There we are. Nice and synced.
Heihachi Mishima, billionaire megalomaniac behind the king of the Iron
And
Fist.
both terrible dads.
Behind the king of fighters.
These two ruthless businessmen are as talented at martial arts
as they are terrible at being.
There we go.
But whose fury will prove the most fatal? He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's
Nice wordplay there, Boomstick. And skills to find out who would win a death battle.
The Mishima Zaibatsu is a multinational conglomerate so powerful it can field armies massive enough to conduct world wars. Its leader is the
Man, that's absurd.
master Heihachi Mishima. His goal? World domination.
This dude
I mean, what else?
is like an extreme sport. He taught his super intelligent bear best friend karate, and if he doesn't
How in the
love you,
fuck?
he'll strap you to a rocket ship and launch you into space. He's like a kung fu Wolverine Elon Musk.
Well, he sure is something, all right.
Okay.
For here are ruthless
Was once
and
accidentally turned into a bear.
Heihachi didn't like how his dad Jinpachi, who looks like the Charizard to his Charmeleon,
They actually put in the cries.
in a basement to die
Oh, that's amazing.
by a demon.
Heihachi built the Mishima Zaibatsu into the largest
Tekken is weird.
developer in the world. And believe it or not, he's also a family man with a wife and child.
Sucks he had to kill his new baby mama with his bare hands after she got possessed by a demon too. A different demon.
This was the Devil Gene,
Huh.
and it would prove to be Heihachi's greatest adversary for the rest of his life. Fearing his son Kazuya had
Yep,
inherited
his son and
his
grandson had it.
power, he did what any loving, supportive father would do.
Yeet.
His ass off a cliff. If he climbed back up, it meant he was a devil. If he didn't, that meant he was A-OK. Except for being dead.
Which is basically what medieval peasants did to witches.
I like the use of the Simpsons footage.
Old-fashioned. Now truly alone, without love or family holding him back, Heihachi could focus on one thing: power.
And not just the kind that lets you finance a satellite in order to kick family members you don't like out of it, but the punchy
Jesus Christ.
Heihachi is a practitioner of Mishima-style fighting karate, based on real-life Goju Ryu, also known as hard, soft style.
This is stuff I would never be able to, like, look into if I was a researcher.
Hard striking kicks and punches with open hand circular techniques for grapples, takedowns, and throws.
Heihachi's fighting style is aggression personified, with such techniques as the dragon uppercut, slash punch
Oh,
combo,
by the
and
way,
demon scissors.
I don't believe in the idea of scaling him to Akuma. Like, The one in Tekken, yeah, but not the one in Street Fighter.
Or spirit energy to manifest lightning, like in his classic Electric Wind God Fist. His key
Crossover scaling's a little weird.
to frankly absurd levels.
Like the time he cut a bullet in his mouth.
I know that feat. That is awesome.
He did the same thing to a
Oh,
tomahawk,
I know this one too.
shattering it with his teeth.
Thank you, Max, for sending me that video.
Dude must have gave his beehole braces.
Or the time he got dogpiled by a bunch of Russian androids called Jacks, which all self-destructed, annihilating the temple he was in.
Jesus
A bit
Christ.
Infuriated, I'm sure, by the world's audacity to declare him dead from such a paltry wound.
Other Jack models were strong enough to destroy a 6-mile-wide apocalyptic asteroid and survive being blasted by a satellite laser.
Yeah, I remember these from Jin vs. Ryu.
Of the clouds, this laser was packing around 1.6 megatons of TNT, and Heihachi can tear through the newest Jack models like that hatchet must have tore through his
Boomstick!
Can't stop thinking about it, Wiz. Either end that's coming out of, it's not gonna.
I mean,
After decades of
fair.
defense, Heihachi finally hosted the King of Iron Fist tournament.
And who should show up to the fight but his son Kazuya for the salty runback? All grown up and definitely not dead by Cliff. Oh man, what I wouldn't give to beat the shit out of my dad and toss his ass off a cliff. Probably what Elon Musk's son will do after he finds out what his dad named him. Man, he and Heihachi are kind of similar. He launches rockets, he's super rich and weird, and I don't even want to think about Heihachi with a Twitter account.
Except for the whole martial arts thing. Musk is just some pasty lazy.
I did Taekwondo, I did karate, Kyokushinkai.
Oh man, he's been Heihachi all along! And that means his son is Kazuya.
Oh my
Keep
god.
their eye on him in case he throws him off a cliff. But hey, Muskie, if you ever host a King of Iron temple,
What the hell?
give me a call.
Despite his humiliating defeat, Heihachi returned to battle his son once
This is
again.
weird.
This time, tossed him into a volcano. These people really have a fetish for this one particular kind of execution, especially considering it never works.
Beating his son ain't too shabby, considering
you know what,
Kaz
never
is one
mind.
of the strongest fighters in the entire world, even without the devil gene. Which, surprise, turns
Oh.
him into a goddamn demon. He can fire laser.
Didn't realize he was that strong without it. Oh, fuck.
And yes, this is the same satellite we keep bringing up.
Measuring how far Kazuya was from the satellite, his forehead laser would have to be moving at just over 1% the speed of light.
Huh.
And the Hatchmeister
That's
was
pretty
fast
fast.
to intercept this same beam in order to save Kazuya's life from his evil devil self. Maybe he had a change of heart.
Huh.
Oh, oh no!
Oh, God.
Or I could be wrong. Not after that. Man, they really hate each other. Even Heihachi's grandson Jin got in on the action. 3 generations of Mishima men bonding over throwing each other off cliffs.
After living a life consumed by hatred, the drive for power, and that, Heihachi reunited with Kazuya for one last battle to the death and shed a single tear at his son's complete transformation into a monster.
Oh, he
Jesus
didn't care.
Christ.
Maybe all of that crazy Bond villain bluster was just a facade for the heartbreak he suffered at destroying his own family and creating a cycle of violence, as so many fathers have before him. Dad.
He fought Kazuya
course.
as he lived. A man. No cyborg enhancements, no devil gene, no whatever Yoshimitsu is. Heihachi
Whatever he
literal
is.
demons with nothing
I like
more than a
that.
stubborn, egomaniacal refusal to give up until he could stand no longer.
Those who live by the volcano die by the volcano. Well, at least until he magically comes back in the next game. And when he does, he'll be determined as always to rule the world.
I mean, let's be real.
Don't you mean Iron Fist? Oh, god damn it, Boomstick.
Alright. Time for Geese.
Welcome to the sun-drenched streets of
Oh.
Southtown, USA. Should you ever find yourself there on vacation, you can rest easy knowing the Howard Connection Protection Agency will keep you safe from the clutches of the local mafia.
Until you realize the Howard Connection is the mafia. Top-tier business model they got there.
And in control of both stands the legendary Geese Howard.
Okay, Wiz, that was all sounding pretty badass until you said his name was Geese. What kind of name is named
I heard the
after
honk.
Well, the only worst name I could think of would be Swamp.
Oh.
His son's future.
Like,
After Geese's mother succumbed to an illness,
Props there, Liam.
15-year-old Geese tracked his father down to kill him.
Before getting completely wrecked by his
I want to say that was Liam who suggested that line.
Ooh, Now the ultimate scrub lord.
But if I'm wrong, I'm sorry.
Martial arts master Tung Fu Ru to gain ultimate power and take revenge.
Geese fights with a combination of the deep, strong stances and hard-hitting combos of karate, the quick, deadly blows of kickboxing, and his primary style, Heihachi Jutsu.
Translating to hard soft, which again, all too easy. Aikido Jutsu is all about throws, counters, and locks. It focuses on using opponents' weight against them, kinda like its descendant Aikido. And you can't forget the shit-eating catchphrases.
I know that one.
But what Geese was really there to learn was hippopotamus.
Jesus. With
What?
Hakyoku Seiken, Geese
Oh, yeah, I remember that from Terry.
or chi from the earth itself and mold powerful energy blasts.
His Rapukin rockets across the ground like a buzzsaw, while Raging Storm is a massive fanged geyser that'll devastate anyone nearby.
He can imbue these attacks with lightning called down from the heavens, or enhance his strength and speed to perform blindingly fast combos like Deadly Rave and Rashomon.
Which is the goddamn.
So I'm not talking too much. I'm trying to
Just
listen
throw
to it.
that poor man straight into the air and then patty cake his nuts on the way back down.
Oh,
That is
God.
pure evil.
Geese's master felt the same way, sensing his pupil's darker intentions. So instead of
Also, I find it funny they're using footage of him beating the crap out of Heihachi.
his other student, Jeff.
God damn it, Jeff.
My name is Jeff.
Geese does. Kind of name is Jeff. Jeff.
Infuriated, Geese left Tung School to take over Southtown's existing criminal empire and install himself as the city's new crime lord.
Who, for some reason, demands to dress up in karate gi at all times.
Well, Geese's appreciation for Japanese martial arts extends to the culture as a whole. Music, architecture...
He's a weeb, like a buff otaku Vito Corleone. Who do you think his waifu is? Himself? Ooh, I probably would too.
I don't know.
That's a thing?
Geese's tenacity and business acumen. It reminds me of me. Inventing reality-bending weaponry for black markets around the globe has done my checkings account pretty well. Like my Goose.
Mecha Goose Howard?
How did I know they were gonna bring that up?
Senior student loans from Mad Scientist U. It's a sideways 8 next to a smiling tournament.
Hey, dummy.
I hear they sell self-respect next to the dollar pizza place you like so much.
Despite
I think I got distracted by what Boomstick was saying because Dummy showed up.
So he took out his anger on the lamest person he knew, Jeff.
And he did it in front of his kids. I'm sure that'll turn out well in a decade or two. Wow, this guy has got to be the pettiest bitch in all of Southtown. Next to Jeff.
Oh, you think that's bad? How about when Geese had a son and left him and his mother in poverty? And when that son asked for help paying for his mom's illness, Geese ignored him.
Wow, without a hint of irony.
Douche.
After successfully conquering Southtown, Geese hosted the King of Fighters martial arts tournament in order to solidify his position as the strongest.
Then he got
fighter
beat by
around.
Terry.
Which he basically was. Geese is powerful enough to obliterate entire swaths of forest with his chi and defeat the reality-warping entity Verse, who could create a hurricane the size of a stadium.
Oh!
Takuma, one of Geese's subordinates,
Huh.
was strong enough to redirect a blast from the Zero Cannon, a city-annihilating satellite laser.
Considering the laser was intended to eradicate Southtown, which is a fictional stand-in for real-life South Miami, the blast would have to have a yield of around 1.7 megatons.
And judging
Okay,
by
that's
how fast it
close.
reached the Earth's surface, it must have been moving at over 2% the speed of light.
2%,
And Takuma's
okay.
fodder compared to Geese.
Seemingly unbelievable, Geese was finally confronted by Terry Bogard, the son of the man he murdered years before. You know, Jeff.
Now that man has great taste in hats. After one of the fiercest
I will give him that, yeah,
Terry
he does.
defeated Geese and threw him from the top of Geese Tower to his death.
He got
Terry
better.
Came back, so Terry threw him off it again. You can't keep a good goose down.
Whether it be manipulating future events from the shadows or demonstrating his magnificent power in front of the whole world, Geese's tenacity will always strive to crown him the king of fighters.
Stay down, maggot.
Okay. I just had to check something. Okay, oh boy. Okay, the amounts of TNT that they gave for both Heihachi and Geese seemed pretty damn close. But like I'm still fairly confident they're gonna do the whole scaling to Kazuya, especially considering his laser well, his devil self laser hit Heihachi like multiple times, and they scaled that to be I think they highballed it like around 100 megatons or so. So if and it sounds like Geese is faster. But I kind of want to stick with Heihachi just because. Yeah, you know what? I'll do that. I'm going with Heihachi. Let's see how this happens. Alright, the combatants are set, and we've run the data through all possibilities.
It's time for a death battle!
I mean, either way, a pretty shitty dad dies, so... Okay, if the loser doesn't get thrown into a volcano, then missed opportunity. Also, I like how it's Ringmaster who's, like, announcing everything. Also, I saw the preview on Death Battlecast, just like I always do. Foolish rogue, come to die. I like how they have him do the fight. Semi bringing it back. And there's the predictable. It's like the one thing I know. Had enough? These fists are still fresh if your nose is having fun. Weird, but okay. Alright, Heihachi, prove me right, or Geese, prove me wrong, whichever. Oh, Jesus! Don't say it. Oh, I like that. Also, ow! That's gotta hurt. Jesus! Oh, good God! Never say that in a fight. Predictable. I love how he turned it around. This is a really cool fight. Also, I can't help but notice all the lava spewing. Oh. Oh, he threw him off? Ah, they recreated it! Oh, they're both fooling. Back to hell with you! Oh! Jesus! Oh, God! Oh! That was my monitor you punched, you asshole.
Better break out the soy sauce for Geese, because this goose was cooked.
Both fighters had the brutal tenacity and martial arts mastery to push each other to the limit. But hey,
Yay, I got it right.
limits to push.
Sorry, Wiz, this one was obvious. One of them throws people off cliffs, the other has people throw him off cliffs. No duh.
It was not.
Yeah, don't need to hear the rest. That's the only reason.
Were able to keep Heihachi
I'm
at a
kidding.
distance, and his ability to draw chi from the earth meant he could spam them for as long as he wanted.
But Heihachi has had plenty of experience with projectile spammers like Kazuya, whose lasers are fast enough to reach outer space in seconds. He'd have no trouble getting in close.
Heihachi's decades of combat training over Geese also allowed him to learn.
Oh yeah, I didn't even think about that.
He's even defeated Aikido masters like Nina Williams before, so it wasn't entirely new to him.
Ultimately, it came down to who was
Fair enough.
bigger, faster, and tougher. Both scaled to characters like Jack and Takuma, who survived satellite lasers nearly equal to each other.
But both feats were performed pretty casually by weaker characters. So what could they do at their best? For Geese, let's look at his fight with Verse, who created that hurricane.
By measuring its size compared to the stadium to get the mass of the clouds...
Yeah, this is something that did throw me off just a little bit.
1.8 gigatons of
Oh
TNT,
shit.
about 1,000 times more powerful than the Zero Cannon that could destroy Southtown.
But we're not done. One single Jack unit was able to destroy a 6-mile-wide asteroid heading toward Earth. Estimating its volume and density, the energy it would take to violently fragment it is nearly 8 gigatons of TNT. Over 4 times more powerful than Versus Hurricane.
And Heihachi can tear through Jacks like nothing, which is crazy because that satellite laser
Jesus.
was moving at about 4% the speed of light, twice as fast as the Zero Cannon and Geese's best.
Geese was a clever, ruthless
Okay then.
but Heihachi's power, experience, and sheer bull-headed stubbornness allowed him to walk away the victor.
Man, this fight was so intense, it almost made me shit my pants.
The winner is Heihachi Mishima.
Congrats, Heihachi.
If you guys enjoyed that episode,
Hey Chad.
you can get our latest
Right.
merch at
What's
store.roosterteeth.com.
I got this recently.
Upload of watch another video.
Now what's next? Hi, this is Mate from the editing portion of this video. So, if you've seen what the next time is, which you should before you watch this by the way, support the official release. If you know anything about me, you should know how I'm gonna react. But if you're not so familiar with me, those two figures right behind me, the fan art, the album cover art, my profile pic, or just this freaking avatar that I'm using to speak to you, should be enough of a hint to let you know how I'm going to react to this announcement. So, it might get loud. So, you've been warned. Anyway, enough at me. Just on with the video. Fuck yes! I really just want to talk about the next time and nothing else right now, but... Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Okay. This fight. Okay, this fight. Okay, this fight was really freaking good. I'm sorry, just... Okay, I'm likely gonna edit all of that out because I've just been sat here for a while just trying to compose myself just thinking about this episode and not what's happening next. Because... Yeah, no, don't get into it now, just talk about this. Sorry, I'm just... Okay, so... I like this episode, despite me not really being as familiar with these two. It was still a fun episode. Just the sheer ridiculousness of Tekken. Like, I remember playing Tekken with my brother when I was, like, really young, but it was just, like, 2-player, I didn't really know the story or anything. But just hearing about some of the more ridiculous shit that goes on in it, like, what the fuck? It's kind of amazing, honestly. As for the fight, really good. I like how Heihachi, like, turned the predictable, like, around, and even just said to Geese, don't say it. Like, that was funny. And that death, though, like, Jesus. Like, Yeah, like, okay, first, love how they recreated Geese falling off the building. And I honestly thought he was going to turn it around when he was still doing stuff and made Heihachi fall as well. But, no, it was just really, really well done. So, good episode overall, and, that next time. If this is the first of my videos you've ever come across... Okay, honestly, what's right behind me should clue you in. But... oh boy, I am so goddamn excited for the next one. Like... I cannot stress this enough. Like, I freaking love Ruby and Attack on Titan. Blake is my favorite Ruby girl. Mikasa is my favorite Attack on Titan character. I've wanted to see them fight each other for like 5 years now. And the fact it's actually happening, just... I've spent way too long looking into that fight. I've also spent too long just, like, building up expectations for it, and... okay, if you can't actually see it, I'm like, legit shaking because I'm, like, just so happy about it. Man, I'm actually lost for words just trying to think about it. Like, oh my god. Also, I plan on putting out as many videos as I can for it. Like, you know, I just throwing this out there. Like, probably gonna do a hype video for it. Like, at least one. Me and Max are probably gonna do a discussion on it. I'm probably gonna appear on Brabusks' podcast, Brabuscast, to talk about this. Oh, Ivan, Nidge. If you guys want to do, like, a stream prediction for this, don't hesitate to hit me up. Just saying. Do a reaction to both previews, like the analysis ones, and maybe even the fight animation preview that they stream on Death Battle Cast every 2 weeks. But... man, I'm excited, and I hope that my reactions to the next time didn't blow out any eardrums. Oh, man, yeah, it's all I want to talk about. But I think I should wrap this video up because I've got to have dinner soon, and I've also got to screen record this, and get ready for work where I have to wake up at 3 AM. And, all that stuff, so... yeah. So, yeah, really like this episode. So goddamn excited for the next one. Because, man, I freaking love these two so much. And also, first Attack on Titan character in Death Battle. Like, ever since I got into it, I've been wanting to see just anyone from that series show up. And the fact that Mikasa is going to be the first rep, just... oh, I feel like that's going to be a good episode for me. I really, really hope. And, oh, one last thing. If the music is anything like Titanic Shadows, which, if you don't know, is a track I commissioned Brandon Yates for, man, I'm just way too excited for that. I'm gonna wrap this video up. Thank you for watching, all that stuff, and here's, I think it's my wife's outro this time, and I just realized that lines up too perfectly. Oh my god. Okay, seriously, wrapping up this video, here's my wife's outro. See you for Blake versus Mikasa. Bye.
Thank you for watching Your Only Mate. Tune in next time.